Alafia. I'm Philip John Neimark, the founder of the IFA Foundation International, and I'd like to welcome you to our next iteration of the weekly Ifascope. For those of you who are not aware, the weekly Ifascope is an in-depth, up-close look at not the events of this upcoming week, but how we should handle those events. After all, in this kind of a reading, it would be impossible to list or to iterate all of those kinds of changes that will take place to those people who are looking in on this and I'm saying, well, gee whiz, I got the promotion, or I got laid off, or I got the girl, or gee, I got the boy, or whatever it may be. In other words, it's just, that can be done, by the way, of course, in individual divinations where we can hone in on that kind of a message, but not in this kind. But in this kind of reading, the weekly Ifascope, we have found a tremendous benefit from examining how we should handle these events, no matter what they are. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. That there are ways of handling them, and they are probably not in the knee-jerk manner that we, so often embark upon. So that's what this is. And sounds a little far-fetched, perhaps, but for those of you who are not, familiar with it, give it a try, and you will see that Orunmila, over thousands of years of collating the results of, people's behavior, has found those ideas, those ways of honing in a way that will pave the way for the most suitable, and I mean the most suitable, outcome for you and your family. In the meantime, this is a very interesting Onu. It's O'Shea Rete, and you look at that and you think, wow, I got this pegged. O'Shea is going to be curiosity, exploration, movement, with a little bit of Oshun's energy thrown in. And Rete is going to be getting the work done. Identifying the work and getting it done. And while that is true, it's not true for those reasons. Because the array comes with the configuration of Oyaku Okanra. And Oyaku Okanra suggests ancestor help. I mean, that is, quite frankly, one of the last things that I would expect to see in this kind of configuration. But nevertheless, it's true. I mean, we cannot doubt its truth. And so we look at it and we say, well, there must be an ancestral component to this curiosity, to this exploration, etc., that it's going to, have the very important impact on whether or not we're getting the most out of this. And then on the emotional, spiritual side, it's Okanra. It's, hey, don't be, if you're a male, so, set upon your ways. Be more empathetic. Listen to other people. And if you're a female, it's saying, go for it. Be more direct. Be more assertive than you otherwise would. That's a big change, okay? And the result of this, is going to, take place in victory for you. I mean, again, it's way off the scale. It's nothing that you would expect, but it's suggesting to you that this connection with your ancestors, this being more empathetic or more assertive, depending upon your gender, is going to have the component factors of taking the O'Shea and then taking the Irete and making it into a useful, underlined, useful configuration for you to go forward and to get the most out of this. So, what do we do for all this? Well, it is here, in one area at least, coalescing with the whole, because it is for our ancestors. And it is honey to our ancestors. And that, in one sense, ties it all up together. That takes all the component parts finally and says, here's how it works. Here's what happens. Try this and see. So all we do is we take a small bit of honey or a small bottle of honey and we place it in front of our ancestors and we pray to our ancestors to accept this along with the tea candle and along with a glass of water, of pure water, and to guide us on the path of seeing that this convoluted kind of a reading, one which we really need to devote our thinking cap to, is certain to come to fruition and certain to unfold in a way that will give us the greatest possible rewards for ourselves and our family. So, our ancestors, glass of water, tea candle, small container of honey, and prayer for the understanding about your gender, your behavior, and your knowledge what this will do and how to maximize it. Until next time, love and blessings.